Hey, hey, welcome back. All right, so Aries, let's get to this. Aries, this is your your first video of the week. I'm sorry, this week was a very difficult one because of glitches on YouTube that didn't allow me to post videos hardly at all this week. So I'm super happy. It looks like things might be smoothing out, and I'm delighted to be here for you guys. So let's get to it. We're going to ask the question, what's hidden for Aries? Okay, so we have a Knight of Wands upright. We have a Knight of Cups. Aries has two suitors, two people that think of Aries. One perhaps has thought of Aries as primarily lusty energy, and yet it's so crazy because I think Aries has made this person more spiritual. There's some song trying to bust into my head right now. Nora A, hi, honey. So good to see you, Angel. Oh, what a delight to catch you tonight, sweetheart. How's your baby doing? Bella? Is Bella doing better? I know you said it looked like the blood work was okay. I'm just thinking about you. But this Knight of Wands, there's some kind of a song that's I'm right now the song that I'm gonna say, even though there's another one that was trying to bust in, but I can't get it. I saw the light. I've been baptized by the fire and the touch and the flame in your eyes. I'm born to love again. I'm a brand new man. That song is in my head. So I don't know if there are two masculines that are both very, very attracted to Aries, and one of them who might typically have been a player has found like a more spiritual approach. And then we have someone else that could be a very sensitive, possibly a musician. They may be somebody who shares music and such with Aries, and they may come across more as a friend. They maybe have not showed their affection overtly. They may do it in a more subtle way, which is why when I say what's hidden, I don't know that Aries knows that either one of these individuals are interested in them. Nori, that's great news. Hi, Dan Alshaw. So great to see you. Oh, sorry, Dana Alshaw. Thank you so much for being here. Wonderful to catch you. We've got a Four of Cups. We got a Page of Swords. One feels like they blew it with Aries already, but both spy on Aries. And maybe both actually feel like they're kind of bummed because they don't know what to do about Aries. Honestly, there's something here about this cold winter snow. I'm sorry, there's some other song trying to come into my head right now, and I can't get what it is, but it's something about, oh my God, thank you, Nora A. Thank you on behalf of Mr. Aries. You are so generous. Thank you, Angel. Thank you so much. Lots of love to you and Bella. Angie Leo Queen, wonderful to see you, Angel. So I'm getting this vibe that both of them could actually be from Aries past, okay? There's whatever the song is that I can't quite get to right now. I'm like a lot of old songs are popping up in my head, and there's like appropriate lyrics for something like, I'm not going to say this is the perfect soundtrack, but you belong to the city, you belong to the streets. I think living in a river of darkness beneath the neon lights. I think it's a song that was played in Miami Vice a long time ago, and that song is in my head. I think, is it Glenn Fry who sings it? That's the voice I'm hearing. I don't know why, but I get somebody like, maybe they knew Aries from quite a while ago. Maybe they like sports coats and Vans with no shoes. Maybe they watch Miami Vice. Maybe they look like Crockett and Tubbs. I don't know. I haven't seen that show since I was like a kid, but my older sisters liked it. So I haven't watched it as an adult, but I vividly remember like my sisters were all in love with Crockett and Tubbs, and my sisters were split 50-50. There was like Team Crockett, Team Tubbs. And so I just remember that being a very like, oh my God, it was such an exciting thing when that show would come on, even though I didn't understand it because I was so much younger, but that comes to mind right now. So I don't know if maybe these two were friends. Maybe Aries had two people that had the hots for them some time ago, and maybe those two are actually friends. That could be an interesting twist on this. Also, somebody could work like in law enforcement, but it just seems like Aries has stayed on the minds of two different masculines, and both of them feel like they blew it with Aries, and even maybe feel like they did Aries wrong in one way or another. I'm not sure why or how, but we have Magician, we have the Sun. Boy, I gotta say, Aries is like kind of a pivotal character in both of their lives. I feel like two people both have fantasies about how they wish they could go back time and play it different with Aries. If only, and like one wishes that they could have, I don't know, if there was a trip that was planned that they never did take with Aries, someplace that Aries really wanted to go. I don't know if Aries likes horses or, always had a dream of going someplace, riding a horse, something like that. But they wish that they had gone. They wish that they had either supported Aries or done something with Aries that Aries wanted to do. Something just purely to make Aries really happy. The other one seems like they wish that they had built something with Aries. All I can say is we keep getting like 2 cards at a time, or cards that represent 2. That's a very prominent message in this. So I'm gonna, and I feel really strong about this message, even here, because it's the Libra scales on that Justice card. We have the 2 different sides. I don't know what it is about why there are 2 at all times. Like I say, unless maybe there's some other like love triangle or crossover. I have no idea if they were friends. But Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, I would say they both know that Aries cut them both out of their lives for like very precise and accurate reasons. And it could have been, Aries may have quite the tongue on them, like can really like speak with, accuracy and clarity. I don't know if Aries caught each one of them in some kind of a lie at different points in time, because that's the sword of truth. But it definitely looks like there is a reason that neither person is in Aries' life. And for all I know, maybe each one wished that they could have married Aries, and neither one ever really took that plunge, but they both seem to have been madly in love with Aries. So let me ask this. Why is this what's hidden? Like, is it just because they both still pine over Aries? I have to say, they both come across to me like single, maybe a little bit of like aging players, or maybe the mistakes that they made with Aries impacted both of them in such a similar way. If there is still unfinished, unclosed business, like they both feel bad that they stressed out Aries, or that Aries actually had to take them to task and kick each one of them out, they both still feel like that was inappropriate, like their actions were not what they should have been. I don't know, did Aries like wind up meeting the same type of person more than once? Is that why we keep seeing 2, 2, 2? Is it because Aries is like, Jesus Christ, here we go again, same old thing? We have 8 of Wands. It could be something along those lines where like Aries had to up and leave both times. And maybe, I don't know what this is about. Aries had to have the courage to break the pattern and leave. Every time it's like, and here I go again. I got it. I'm the one who has to exit. It could be that Aries worked with one or the other, or worked with both of them. It could be that, it was like a workplace dating, and Aries is like, and now I'm quitting. And then the next one's like a boss, and it's like, and now once again, I'm quitting. I don't know. It could be something along those lines where Aries kept having to exit stage left. And there's the Tower. It could just be such supreme disappointment. Like both of these characters disappointed Aries, and it's like all of my hopes and dreams just went up in smoke. The disappointment of what you ended up offering me or not offering me was so tremendous. I think Aries was very, very, very precise Look, I know it sounds like a highly biased storyline, but I didn't pick the cards. They're the cards that came out. This storyline says, at least with two significant relationships in Aries' life, that where maybe they were building a foundation, Aries is not the one who broke the foundation, neither time. And I will just say this is a story where, unbeknownst to Aries, those two individuals, they have never forgotten Aries. They have never stopped loving Aries. They have never stopped wanting Aries. They have never stopped wishing that they had done things totally different. And maybe that is just the message. So, I mean, it would be maybe nicer if Aries knew that these two are in that kind of regret. If, I don't see them doing anything to fix it, but they're both sitting there in some significant karma right now because of that Justice card. And maybe it's just to let Aries know, don't think that that went unnoticed. Don't think that they just were like, oh, whatevs. I blew it with Aries and just rolled on. They have not rolled on in life. We have the Queen of Pentacles sideways. How do I interpret that? Nine of Pentacles upright. Look, I don't know what either one of these people did to make Aries have to completely cut them out of their lives. I can see that they really disappointed Aries, but it does say Aries has no idea how much respect they both had for Aries, and may not have felt like it. And if that's the one thing Aries needs to know or should know, that's maybe what this message is Aries was the person that they both thought the world of. They thought Aries was accomplished, was attractive, was, sophisticated, had great brains, had, a kindness to them, a generosity to them, also knew when to pull back the welcome mat. Aries is somebody that they both think of as like, oh my God, that Aries could have literally anybody. That Aries, I'm hearing Tom Jones. She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's a lady. She's all you'd ever want. She's the kind you'd like to flaunt and take to dinner. She's a winner. It's great lyrics talking about that little lady, and the lady is mine. I feel like that could be the way they both think about Aries. 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands. If only they hadn't blown the whole thing years ago, they might not be alone. Sorry, Gin Blossoms is busting in now. Hey, jealousy. Both of them felt like $1 million when they had Aries. It's so crazy that we keep getting the same story, like that two people feel the exact same way. And they seem to have made the same mistake with Aries, and they both seem never to have gotten over Aries. And maybe the best chapter of their life was when they had Aries. So why the hell they had to block it, wreck it, I have no idea. But they did, and they've never forgotten Aries. Universe, what's the final message here just for Aries? Bella B, nice to see you. Hi, Sparkle11. Thanks for popping in. RT. Hi, honey. Miss Xmas, awesome to see you. We have High Priestess in the reverse. We have Life Force Energy upright. This might just be the confirmation. So in this storyline, Aries may recently have been having weird deja vu. Maybe they've recently had little things that popped up that reminded them of these two. I'm going to call it these two jokers, okay? Because both of these people really blew it badly. And while I don't see them necessarily doing anything to fix it, I'm wondering if Aries has recently thought of them in some capacity. Something has reminded Aries of these individuals, and maybe Aries thought, I wonder what happened to them. I wonder if they ever think of me. The universe is saying, Aries, you know that they do, and you know exactly what they really did think of you. Both of them actually, for all the mistakes that were made, they both wish that they had actually married Aries, or had stayed married to Aries, or hadn't made the mistakes that they made. I think Aries knows that. I think it's been coming up recently. And I actually think Aries' life, knowing that they actually were loved no matter how badly things ended, that might be good vibes are coming to Aries from both of these people. It may be all they could ever do to kind of like make amends. There may be no real way to make amends, but I think this is just confirmation of some of the messages that Aries already knows or has been getting downloads on lately, if their names pop up. And I'm picturing that Aries might be in a location, like maybe Aries went back to an area and like, oh my God, I'm flooded with memories of that person and then that other person that I dated, a year and a half later. And I'm walking through this park, this place that I used to go, and I'm just flooded with some memories. Well, Aries, they're sending thoughts to Aries, always will. This Aries will stay a permanent part of both of their lives, even if it's only up here. And I think Aries this is a confirmation of that. If Aries didn't know it, now they know it. Because I think Aries has been sensing it for a while. I don't know that there's any going back. I don't know that this is anything that needs to be, rehashed. Action of Wands is upright, which is that same Knight of Wands here. But I gotta be honest, this kind of looks like we have a new person approaching because we can't see who it is. And I'm wondering if Aries is about to have a new lover, some very spicy, very, very spicy lover. And I wonder if that's why, once in a while to remember things of our past, but not let it drag us down or make us feel less than. Instead, it's a memory. And maybe this is like a boost of self-esteem that Aries needs right now. Aries, you are very attractive. You are very sought after. You are not a forgettable character. You are sexy. You are gorgeous. You are somebody that anybody would be really, really lucky to have. Like Tom Jones says, well, she's all you'd ever want. She's the kind you'd like to flaunt and take to dinner. If a new lover is about to come in, by the way, this is a little different card than most Knight of Wands because we see this, I think it's called the wave, but this geological formation. Normally, Knights of Wands rush in and out and they don't stick around, but mountains don't move. So this card belies that a little bit. We have somebody sexy and passionate and amazing who could really stay in Aries' life. Aries needs to be in a mindset where they understand, I am attractive, I am sexy, and you know what? Even my exes wish that they could do it all over again with me. Aries needed to hear that right now, is what I would say. Candy Mitchell, thank you so much. You are so incredibly generous. Thank you, guys. So generous. Sparkle, welcome, sweetheart. Life Path 33 Seraphim, thanks you for being here. Sarah J. Milky Way, thank you again, love. All right, you guys, I'm going to bounce out of here and get to some more Zodiac still tonight. Now that I'm able to create some videos, God, I hope this continues. I hope that I'm through all of the problems that I've been facing these last couple of weeks, but particularly the worst was this week, almost 4 days. I really couldn't create content. So I am so hopeful that we're back on track now tonight. Today, it's all been working beautifully. So I'm like, yay. But I'll see you guys again. I'm hoping to get everybody a full moon message tomorrow or Monday. I'll probably have to space it over Sunday and Monday. But lots of love, you guys. And thank you again so much. It's really great to see all of you. Thank you, Noor A. All right, you guys, take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.